How's it going, guys? It's your boy Buddy, back at it again, helping you improve your stream. This is a new series here on this channel where I'm gonna help you make your stream go from looking and sounding like this, scrolling through Twitter when I saw that, to sounding like this. How's it going, guys? It's your boy Buddy. For this video, I'll be showing you how to separate out all your audio sources. So for your game, your Discord chat, and for your own music. First off, why do you want to separate out your audio sources for this stream? Well, it's pretty obvious when you think about it. It's so you can independently increase or decrease the volume of your voice chat or your game separately, so it doesn't sound like this when you're cranking 90s in Fortnite. Go for clips, dog. I'm crapping on it. Where no matter what you do, either your game volume or your voice chat or your music is always off. One's either way too loud or way too quiet, and you can never get the quite right balance. Well, your boy Buddy's got the solution for you. So I know what you're thinking. This solution is probably going to cost you a ton of money or require some expensive hardware or something like that.
How about no?
It's a completely free software called Voicemeeter Banana, and it's a solution I used before becoming a sellout streamer, by the way, and getting a Go XLR. The only problem is Voicemeeter only works for PC, so if you're using a Mac, comment down below to let me know to make a new video on how to separate your audio for Macs as well. Okay, now it's time to set this thing up. So go to the website, link of course will be in the description. There will be 3 different versions. We will be using Voicemeeter Banana. Follow the basic installation setup, then you're going to want to download the virtual audio cable, which I'll explain the importance of later in the video. Once everything's installed and you open up Voicemeeter for the first time, you'll get this confusing looking interface that looks like this. It's a bit overwhelming at first, so let's just focus on the parts that we need. Voicemeeter has 5 inputs and 5 outputs. There are 3 that are hardware and 2 that are virtual. Hardware inputs are things like microphones. Hardware outputs are things like headphones, Bluetooth speakers, and monitor speakers. Virtual inputs are individual apps like game audio, voice chat, Spotify, etc. First, let's set up the hardware output. So in my case, I'm going to set up my headset as well as my monitor speakers. If you click A1 at the top right, you will see all your output devices, but they're all listed multiple times. Just click WDM for now. In A1, I'll put in my headphones, and in A2, I'll put in my monitor speakers. If you have a fancy headset that can separate out audio channels for voice and game, you could also put those here too. Basically, anywhere that you want to hear things, place them in this section. You can put up to 3. Next, let's set up your microphone. Click on hardware inputs, select your mic, and again, we'll just be using WDM. You will want to make sure that A1 and A2 buttons are highlighted. This means that your mic will play audio out of both hardware outputs. Also make sure B1 is highlighted, which will be helpful for later. So if you've done everything correctly up until this point, you should be able to hear the microphone out of all the outputs that you select. You should also see the meters for those outputs moving up and down as you're talking into your mic. You'll also notice that there is a built-in noise gate and compression setting right here in Voicemeeter. If you know how to use it, feel free, that's great. Otherwise, don't worry, because I'll be making a future video on how to get the perfect audio quality called How to Set Up Your Mic Like a Pro. Now is where the magic happens. Being able to hear your microphone is helpful, but we're gonna wanna take it a step further. Now it's time to set up Discord as a separate audio track. To do this, we're gonna set up your PC's default audio source as Voicemeeter input. This will make all your games and your system sounds go through this. And to do this, click on your audio settings and just select Voicemeeter input. You should be able to play some video or music on your PC at this point, and make sure that the meter is moving up and down. Just like before, you will also want to route this to the appropriate hardware outputs. So for me, I want my game sound to come through my headset, but not my monitor speakers. So I'll only select A1. I forgot to mention to add your game sound as a new source in OBS. To do that, you're just going to add Voicemeeter input instead of Voicemeeter aux input as a new source inside of OBS, and you're all good. Next, we will set up any voice chat service to play its output through Voicemeeter aux input. So for example, in Discord, you would go to settings, voice and video. To add your mic, click input and select voice meter output, this corresponds to the B1 we highlighted on your microphone previously. Any other source that has B1 highlighted will also be heard through Discord. So if for whatever reason you wanted to share a song with Discord, you could just make sure the music section has B1 highlighted. Second, we will change your Discord output device to voice meter aux in. This will send all of your Discord chat to this virtual input. Now, if you test your mic, you should see the meter moving up and down in Discord, as well as the second virtual input on voice meter. If you saw both these meters moving as you were talking into your microphone, then you set everything up correctly and you can continue on with the video. If not, go back to the previous section and start over. This process would work for any chatting software. So if you use Skype or Zoom while wait, why? Just why? If you use Zoom while gaming, you're on your own. Jokes aside, did y'all know the like button is free? The next step is getting Discord to show up in OBS. For this, you will need to add a new audio capture device and select voice meter aux input. Now, if somebody's talking on Discord, you'll see that show up in OBS. So if you ever need to, you can just mute it for your stream, but still hear it in your own audio source. You can apply effects through OBS. You can do whatever you want. You have the power. Next, we need to set up our music as our third and final audio source. But you'll notice that we're out of virtual inputs. So what are we gonna do? Pull one out of thin air? Well, kind of. Remember how I told you to download the virtual audio cable? Well, it's time to put it to good use. For your second hardware input, you'll want to change it to cable out. This will effectively turn one of your hardware inputs into a virtual input. To set this up, you're gonna need to open up Spotify, a Chrome tab, or whatever app you use to play music and start playing some song. Then open up sound settings by holding Windows and pressing I and typing sound settings. Scroll down to advanced audio settings, then scroll down to the app your music is playing from. You can now tell your PC that all audio from this app should go to cable output. Now that all the audio from this app will go through this source, you can add this to OBS, follow the same instructions as with Discord. The only difference is now this source is called cable input. Once you rename all of the sources, then you should be all set to go. Everything is completely separate and you can adjust them at all times. And of course, with voice meter, you can also control which audio sources they're going to. So are they going to your headphones, your Bluetooth headphones, wherever they might be. One special tip for YouTubers. You should make sure to have all the audio sources on separate tracks by clicking Advanced Audio Property, then selecting each source to be on a separate track. Also make sure that you have multi-track audio set up in your OBS. This will make it easier to independently adjust them if you need to in edit. And that's it. Simple as can be. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer all of them. You can also join my Discord where I have an IT help section, or you can just ask me on Twitch at twitch.tv/IZBuddyIZ, where I stream every Monday and Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. And finally, if you found this video helpful at all, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helped this channel out in the algorithm. Oh, and I almost forgot. Here's a watermelon for sticking around to the end of the video. I'll catch you guys next time.